Once upon a time, in the hidden corners of the world, there existed a secret organization called Mora, the Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority. Their job? To keep the peace between humans and the magical creatures of old. Among them was Callum Drift, Santa Claus's most trusted guardian. For years, he had protected the North Pole, ensuring Christmas went off without a hitch. But lately, something had changed. People were becoming meaner, greedier, and the naughty list was growing faster than ever. Callum was tired, ready to hang up his uniform after one last Christmas Eve. But that night, disaster struck. A mysterious team of black-clad soldiers stormed Santa's workshop, shattering the peace of the North Pole. Before anyone could react, they had kidnapped Santa himself. Chaos erupted, and Mora scrambled to uncover who had betrayed them. The answer pointed to an unexpected suspect, a mischievous hacker named Jack O'Malley. Jack didn't believe in Santa, never had. To him, Christmas was just another day. He had no idea that the information he sold had led to Santa's capture. But when Mora director Zoe Harlow cornered him, she gave him a choice: help find Santa or spend the rest of his days in a cold, dark cell. With no better options, Jack reluctantly teamed up with Callum, and together, they set off to track down the kidnapper. Their search led them to a shady broker in the tropics, a man named Ted, who knew far too much about Christmas secrets. But just as Ted revealed the mastermind behind it all, a wicked winter which named Gryla, the temperature in the room plummeted. Gryla had heard her name spoken. In an instant, an army of living snowmen crashed through the doors, attacking Jack and Callum. Though they managed to escape, poor Ted was frozen solid. Callum knew this wasn't just about kidnapping Santa, there was something far worse at play. Gryla was dangerous, but she wasn't working alone. He suspected she had teamed up with someone even more terrifying. Krampus, Santa's long-lost brother and the very creator of the naughty list. With no time to waste, Jack and Callum tracked Krampus to his lair. But before they could get answers, they were captured. Callum tried to reason with him, to remind Krampus of the love he once shared with Santa. But Krampus only laughed. He had no interest in family reunions. He revealed the true danger, the Glaskafig, a cursed snow globe capable of trapping people inside forever. Gryla planned to use it to imprison everyone who had ever been on the naughty list. Before Krampus could hand them over to Gryla, Jack managed to slip Callum's magic gauntlet back to him. In a flash, they fought their way out, escaping just in time. But Santa was still in danger. Deep beneath the North Pole, Gryla was draining Santa's magic, preparing to mass-produce the Glaskafigs. She needed to test them first, so she chose Jack and his estranged son, Dylan, as her guinea pigs. Locked inside separate globes, father and son finally talked, really talked. Jack admitted his mistakes, and for the first time in years, Dylan listened. And just like that, something amazing happened. Their snow globes shattered. Their change of heart had broken the spell. Meanwhile, Zoe and Callum had followed Jack's tracker back to the North Pole, only to realize they had been tricked. Gryla had never left. She and her army of shapeshifters had taken over Santa's entire workshop right under their noses. Now, she was preparing to use his sleigh to deliver the Glaskafigs, trapping millions of people in a single night. With time running out, Callum, Jack, and their allies launched a daring attack. Just when it seemed like Gryla might win, an unexpected hero appeared: Krampus. Seeing Jack and Dylan break free had made him question his own anger. Maybe, just maybe, he had been wrong about Santa all along. Together, they fought Gryla, battling through snow and magic. And then, at the very last moment, Santa awoke. With the strength of his reindeer and the spirit of Christmas behind him, he turned the tables, trapping Gryla in her own cursed snow globe. At last, the North Pole was safe again. Santa and Krampus shared a quiet moment, finally making peace after all these years. And as Christmas Eve ticked away, Santa turned to Jack and Dylan with a smile. "Would you like to help deliver some presents?" That night, as Jack and his son soared through the sky in Santa's sleigh, Callum watched with a new sense of hope. Maybe Christmas still had magic left in it after all. Maybe people weren't so bad. And maybe, just maybe, he wasn't ready to retire.